moving on to Wardlow versus Jake Hager. And again, Hager jumps Wardlow from behind on the entrance, and they fight to the ring and ring the bell. And I wrote at that point that I wasn't really going to waste my time on fucking Jake fucking Hager. But it wasn't a lot of time anyway, because pretty soon Arn chased the Jericho Stooges that came out to the back with Brock, his son, Brock Anderson. The Jericho Stooges come out, and Arn and Brock they fight him to the back. Well, Brock fights him, and Arn walks after him. And then Wardlow wins in fairly quick fashion over Hager. And then suddenly Christian Cage and Dino pop up on the screen to utter menacing words to Wardlow, but their audio's not up, so nobody in the building or TV can hear it. And finally, when they turn the audio up, they're in the middle of it, but they're basically saying, that I can't remember what they said because they blocked out the start of it, but, you're not going to get away with things this easy because they widened the shot out. And there's Arn, who they've caught apparently in the back, and now they've busted his head open and he's bloody. So this was apparently meant to chill the blood of Wardlow that they've incapacitated Arn. But Brian, do you remember what they did last week?
Last week, these guys, what they did?
Yeah. Remember when Christian and Dino came out of the locker room and did the interview with Bar Brady or whoever it was and then walked off? Yeah, it was Bar Brady. Because then he sees Brock Anderson in the locker room, bloody, and says, "Oh, can we get some help?" So last week they did it to Brock. This week, Brock is fine. As a matter of fact, he's in such good shape that he came out and jumped the Jericho Appreciators and fought them to the back with his dad. But then his dad, within the space of like 2 minutes later, has been captured by Christian Cage and Dino Douche and has been busted open in the locker room. Brock's nowhere around. But one would assume that if they did the same thing to Arn that they did to Brock, that next week Arn will be fine and running out to fight the Jericho Appreciators. Do you see why this shit doesn't have a lot of continuity to it?
Yeah, I see. I thought Tony was going to get help with continuity.
He got continuous help and continually doesn't listen. Nobody cared about all this anyway. Then Tanahashi, in Japanese with subtitles, wants to wrestle MJF. And I'm like, oh God, I hope not. Fuck. And then they go immediately to Renee Moxleygood with MJF in the back where she says the match has been made official. Tanahashi versus MJF. And MJF says no. And I popped. I'm like, oh, thank God. He says, I'm not going to fight a rando from some rinky-dink indie fed in Japan. Sorry. Nope. Ain't going to do it. No time. Fucking great. What a promo. Put Renee in her place. Put Tanahashi in his place. I wish he could put Tony Khan in his place. That was a nice little piece of business.
Yeah, but we'll probably get the match now. That's the problem. Well, problem for you. It'll probably be a good match. Tanahashi's great, but
there ain't gonna be no blistering promos back and forth unless one of them's in subtitles.
Promos and feuds are not what Forbidden Door is about. It's about taking two wrestlers and putting them in the ring and having smart fans scream like little
promos and feuds and making money and selling tickets are not what Forbidden Door is all about. It's all about taking a bunch of people that the general public has no idea who the fuck they are and putting them in the ring for the benefit of Tony Khan's satisfaction.
Dream matches, dream bangers.
Yeah, that's only if you go to bed after eating a lot of spicy food and garlic. You have these kind of dreams.